Good afternoon, everybody. This is Karen Martz and Freedom the Parrot, and I'm going to show everybody what a pin feather looks like. Hey, Freedom. So Freedom's going to demonstrate when you have a pet bird, it's really important that you go through his feathers, because if Freedom was out in the wild, he would not be able to, well, he would have a mate, and the mate would open up these pin feathers on top of his head and his neck that he cannot reach. Now, as an owner, you've got to be careful because hey, Freedom. As feathers grow in, they're going to be filled with blood because they're growing. And then as soon as they're done, now there's one right above his eye. Okay, Freedom, be careful. Okay, when it has a white tip, okay, Freedom, be careful. Be careful. Shut your eye. Okay, I'm just going to pinch a little piece, and it breaks right off. Okay, so it's like it's a sheath. And then, now he always has, now I'm going to be careful in here. I did see what's called a blood feather, which I'm not going to open. I'll show you here. So if you look at this feather here, it's hard to see. You can see the sheath on it, but if it doesn't look like it's completely got like a white area. Now this one here I think is done. Let's see, kind of hard to hold this at the same time. Okay, see this one right here? So if it looks like it's more of a whitish, then we can carefully press, very careful, strength. Woo. Whenever I think I can't do something, I just say the word strength, right, Freedom? We got to be careful, because you don't want to pinch down too far. You do want to open up the feather for him. And then I just brush it over, and he knows I'm helping him. Now, this other one here, I don't think is finished growing, so I'm not going to press on it. And then, when you get around the neck area of the bird, he'll have some very, very tiny ones. And then in the yellow section, the feathers are so short anyway. Let's see if we can find one. Hey, Freedom. Okay, Freedom is going around the other side. But it's very interesting. So they're called pin feathers. And then if birds preen each other out in the wild, it's called allopreening. And it's, you know, it's a loving gesture anyway. And it's almost like, you know, you see monkeys on TV when they're in the nature shows, and they will groom each other. So again, with birds, it's called allopreening. And hey, Freedom. Freedom knows that I'm helping him. And so he'll, oh, there goes a feather. And I save all his feathers. Hey, Freedom. Hey, pretty boy. And then this is why it's also important for birds to have a bath, because if he was out in the wild, he might be out in the rain, especially if he was in the jungle. Birds, if smaller birds, can also take a bath in a leaf. Either water sitting in the leaf, or they could rub their feathers up against a leaf that's wet. Or, you know, if you just look around where you live, even if you're in a city, birds will find areas to bathe in, even in a road, just to get the dirt and mites out and that type of thing. All right, well, Freedom is glad to share this tutorial, right, Freedom, on pin feathers, and we're signing off live from Hilton Head Island. Have a great day.